The Montreal Canadiens now up 3-0 on their series against the Winnipeg Jets. Dave, our coverage here on the fourth period brought to you, as always, by Bitbuy, Canada's #1 cryptocurrency platform. And when you look at the Winnipeg Jets in this series right now, and even especially in Game 3, there really was no answer for the Montreal Canadiens, was there?
No, they had nothing. They had nothing to combat what the Canadiens were bringing towards them and against them. We were anticipating a lot more action from the Winnipeg Jets. Somebody had to step up in this game in order for them to come back into this series and cut this down to a 2-1 deficit. But there was nothing. Dubois, non-existent. Blake Wheeler, nothing. The only guy I give a little bit of credit to was Nikolai Ehlers, who was actually out there trying to create some offense, but there was nothing else that was really being created from this team. And as the game progressed, especially late in the third period, you started to see the frustrations boil over. Dubois, dumb penalty. Kopp, dumb penalty. They were taking their frustrations out on the opposition, and that led to a 5-1 win for Montreal. And now the Jets find themselves down 3-0 and not a lot of time to get back in this, as the next one is tomorrow night in Montreal.
Yeah, when you look at it from the Canadiens' point of view, obviously you have Carey Price as the backbone and the kids, and Kotkaniemi and obviously Cole Caulfield playing well, but really it's been fundamental hockey for them that has taken the Jets now that they have that 3-0 series lead.
Yeah, it's been, for the most part, just sticking to what their system has been. Dominic Ducharme, their head coach, mentioned this morning after the morning skate, that they like the way that they're situated with their defensemen. Now, Jeff Petrie got hurt and had to miss the third period in this one. They played the box out. They didn't allow the Winnipeg Jets to penetrate the lane. And this was the other thing that the Jets were talking about, was making sure that they were going to be able to get into Carey Price's face, in his lane, get into the paint. And the Canadiens did a masterful job again in making sure that didn't happen and the lane was clear for Carey Price. Then they let their offense jump in. Whenever they had the opportunity to create some offensive chances, the Habs took advantage of it. They pounced. They ended up with 5 goals in this one, 2 shorthanded goals from Yoel Armia, one of them on the empty netter. But this was just a masterful performance from the Habs, who have all the confidence in the world now with Game 4 less than 24 hours away.
Yeah, one final one, Dave. When you look at the Montreal Canadiens, they're probably not going to change much heading into Game 4, but for the Winnipeg Jets, what do they have to do to try and claw their way back into this series?
Pray. The Basilica is just down the street, so there might be an opportunity if they want to spend some time in there. Other than that, they just have to do completely the opposite of what they've done the last couple of games. Again, they need somebody to step up. Dubois, nothing. Wheeler, nothing. Ehlers could only do so much, and there wasn't getting much else from the rest of the group. So I think for the most part, for the Winnipeg Jets, they have to get back to their strength. They have to go attack, similar to what the Canadiens did, down 3-1 to the Maple Leafs. But I just don't see that being enough. The Habs showed in those games against Toronto that they had a little bit of life in them. There hasn't been much here for the Winnipeg Jets. I think this is a ridiculously tough hill to climb going into Game 4.
Thank you very much for this, Dave. As always, all the Winnipeg Jets looking to claw their way back into this series and stave off an elimination. Meanwhile, the Montreal Canadiens will be looking to be the kings of the North on Monday night.